Hello, it's me, Shelley Block, now on YouTube with What the Shelley. Thank you, Stefaniak family, for the recommendation. Mwah. Anyway, this is my weekly PSA slash rant. I'm going all in on this one too. I am really going to specifically talk to my Jewish brothers and sisters and my black non-Jewish brothers and sisters, okay? And of course, everyone else. You'll hopefully learn something. There's two myths, one in each amongst the Jews and amongst the blacks. The, they're the same thing, but in two different camps. That Jews are not racist, they're not bigoted, and that blacks cannot be racist or bigoted. Both are false. I grew up where my parents said that for years till I was a teenager and heard things amongst people who I knew were Jewish. And I came back to my parents and said, you know, you lied. You lied. I mean, we got some bigots here. And they kind of gloss it over and whatever. And the same thing happens in the black community too, whereas, well, it comes from usually armchair liberal white people who say, well, blacks can't be bigoted or racist. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's called being human. It's not one size fits all in the black community. It's not one size fits all in the Jewish community, all right? And these myths are just that, they're myths. As most of you know, I come from a very diverse family. I have blacks, Latinos, Jews, Muslims, Christians, Asians, gay, LGBTQ folks. I got everything in my family, and also with my friends in my neighborhood. And it makes really for a more interesting life. I highly recommend it. Anyway, I digress. I have to really talk about what was going on with Deshaun Jackson and Nick Cannon and Ice Cube and, you know, Professor Griff. I don't know what the hell he's the professor of, but anyway. My black brothers and sisters, you have to do a better job at calling this crap out, because when they are quoting Farrakhan, who is the black equivalent to Adolf Hitler in my mind, this guy's been a boil on my butt for years and years and years. He uses Hitler type of talking points. He refers to Jewish people as, you know, vermin and, you know, all those lovely things. So we're dehumanized. And to have, you know, people who are celebrities out there repeating these things, these lies, it's very hurtful. Okay. Now, on the other hand, it's all right. As a Jew, I have to call out Stephen Miller and his wife. Sadly, they're in my tribe. And trust me, most of us wish they would leave our tribe, but we're stuck with them. But I believe the rabbi who bar mitzvahed Stephen Miller even condemned him, and a lot of his family has condemned him. He's hideous, you know. We also have, you know, Harvey Weinstein. We have Epstein. Well, we don't have him anymore, but, you know, it's embarrassing as a Jew. It's horrible, but I'm not going to just not say anything, you know. It's disgusting. You know, it's okay, black people. You have, you know, Cosby. It's all right. You have Candace Owens. But you see, it's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay because we're not all one size fits all. As a Jew, it's not one size fits all. As a black person, it's not one size fits all. But let's stop with, well, this group camp is not bigoted and that group is not racist. It's bullshit. But people have got to stop with this bullshit with Farrakhan already. He has too much prominence, even amongst some of the progressive darlings. Now, I consider myself a progressive Democrat, but I got to tell you, we got some armchair liberals within that movement that give a platform for certain people who get their talking points from Louis Farrakhan. You know, I don't think, well, I'll go there. I don't care if I piss any of you off. Omar and Rashida Tlaib, they use Farrakhan's talking points when they're at a certain when they have a certain group of people to talk to, and I don't like it. It's disgusting. So this is what I'm saying. How do you deal with this? Well, first of all, I think my people, the Jews, need to speak up, speak out against, bad Jews, as I believe that my black brothers and sisters should do the same thing with, blacks doing bad things. Now, listen, it seems like their favorite person to beat up lately is Candace Owens, but why is she worse than Louis Farrakhan? Why is she worse than what Nick Cannon did? Now, here's the thing with Deshaun Jackson. I actually changed my mind on what I wanted the NFL and the Philadelphia Eagles to do. I like the fact that there has been outreach. I like the fact that Julian Edelman, who, mad props to you, even though you have tormented my New York Jets for years, mad props to you for wanting to have a dialogue with him. And mad props to Zach Banner, a proud African-American man who plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mad props to you for wanting to dialogue with Mr. Jackson and to just have a dialogue and educate him. With him, I feel he can be saved. Nick Cannon deserved to get his ass fired because he sat there and let this Professor Griff, and this guy's been a boil on my butt for years, because he's been spewing this Farrakhan shit for years. He didn't even challenge him. Nick Cannon sat there. He was really like a collaborator, I mean, if I was interviewing somebody and they said something about, something horrible about Muslims or something horrible about my Indian brothers and sisters, or said something horrible about my black brothers and sisters, I would have to check them. He did nothing of the sort. The only reason why Nick Cannon is apologizing now is because of this. Okay? Yes, my people have some bad assholes that are part of my tribe, but you know what? It works the other way too. Okay? So, I don't feel bad that Nick Cannon got his ass fired. I really don't. I am very disappointed with the fact that there really has been silence. So, mad props to you again, Zach Banner. Mad props to you for speaking the truth. And I just want to say, and this is really geared to my armchair liberal friends, you're part of the problem also because you're selective with who you call out. And I'll be honest with you, I have sometimes heard some more racist shit coming out of your mouths than I have people who are a lot more conservative. And I consider myself a progressive, okay? As a human being, you have to evolve. And when I was 18 years old, my black roommate in college, we got along great. I used to go to her house. She came to my house, when we weren't in school. And we had a great relationship. But there was one time we were having a discussion, and I was telling her about a white friend of mine who had a black boyfriend. And I said something about, oh, but he comes from a very good family and he's very articulate. And she called me on my shit. Remember, I was 18 years old. She called me on my shit. And she said, "So what are you saying, that he's acceptable because he's fitting in this racial stereotype that's acceptable?" You know what? Mere props to her, because I did not argue, and I said, "Oh boy, you know what? We all can learn." I was 18 years old. I learned that you can't use any kind of code words and this and that. You learn, all right? So I feel that I got to be honest with people. You've got to check what people say, and you have to call them on it. My daughter has this issue when she's out in the world too, with a lot of her friends. She'll hear this like Jewish trope shit going on, and she'll have to, correct them, you know. And these are, her friends, or, a lot of them are Latino and black, and she'll say, look, no, 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 no. So, in closing, please, we've got to open our mouths against hate speech. It's uncomfortable. It's messy. But we have to do it. And also for you Farrakhan lovers, just remember, it's not only Jews he doesn't like. He doesn't like gays either. Google it. Google it. So everybody, wringing their hands and this, and I don't, ooh, 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 ooh. Google it. I just really feel that we have to have these dialogues, and hopefully I have enlightened some people. And have a great weekend, and love to all. Love to all. Peace.